Hi guys, my name is Maliha and I am the creator behind the NOORIE template, and in this tutorial I'm going to be walking you through everything you need to know in order to easily customize your template even if you have zero technical skills. So without any more talking, let's just dive right into the tutorial. Okay, so once you remix your template, this is what you will see. Now in order to easily move around your framer file, all you have to do is press and move around using the scroll wheel button of your mouse, just like this. And in order to zoom in or out of your canvas, press Command or Control key on your keyboard and use the scroll wheel of your mouse to zoom in and out this way. Now on the left hand side, you are going to see this Pages tab, and under this tab you will see all of the pages that your template comes with. And this is where you can easily switch between different pages of your template. Now you will also see this tab right here called Assets, and if you come down under text styles, you will notice that a bunch of different text styles have already been created for you. What you can do is go in and change the font, the text color, or anything that you need to customize, because if you make the customizations here, they are going to apply consistently throughout the template without you having to go in section by section. Similarly, if you go under color, you will notice a bunch of clearly named folders, and if you open up each of these folders, you are going to notice a bunch of color styles that have been created for you. And if you decide to make the changes right here, all of these changes are going to apply consistently throughout the site. For example, if you choose to make a change to this color, white, wherever the white color has been used is going to change. Now in order to undo any of the change that you make to your template, all you have to do is hit Control or Command Z on your keyboard, and then in order to redo a change, you can hit Control or Command Shift Z on your keyboard. And while we are here, I'm going to introduce you to the Layers tab as well. So if you click on this desktop breakpoint and then click on Layers and then click on Main, you are going to see all of the different layers that your template comes with. Now if you open up this section, this boxed sections parent, you are going to notice all of the sections that are within this white box specifically, and the ones that are outside of this white box, such as the hero, are going to appear here. Now in order to change the order of any specific section, all you have to do is click on that specific section that you would want to move around, and then use the up or down arrow keys to change the order of your section. You can also right click and then click on duplicate in order to duplicate any particular section, and then you can go inside of content, hit the delete key or the backspace key on your keyboard to get rid of any existing content, and then add in your own content in order to create a new section. You can also double click here to rename your layer. And of course, you can go ahead and remove or delete any section that you don't want by clicking on the section you want to delete and then hitting the delete or backspace key on your keyboard. Now that those basic things are out of our way, we can finally start customizing our template section by section. So let's start with the navigation bar or the header. Now in order to customize this navigation bar, simply double click on it and then double click on it again. It's going to open up a canvas that looks something like this. Now all you have to do is make all of your customizations right here on the primary variant. That's it. All of the customizations that you make here are going to apply everywhere, to the tablet breakpoint, to the mobile breakpoint, so you won't have to worry about those. In order to customize this nav bar, you can simply click on this white body of the nav bar, and then on the right hand side you will see this property called fill. This is where you can change the background color of this nav bar. You can also change its radius, which basically means the roundness of the bar, as well as the border properties, as in how thick the stroke is and what color it has. Now for the menu button, all you have to do is click on it just once, And on the right hand side, you are going to see all of the properties that you need to customize it. Now we want to customize these different menu items. So what we can do is make sure that we have the primary variant selected, and then on the left hand side under layers, we will see this layer called menu box. So you can open this up, and this is where you will see all of the menu items. So you can click on them just once, and then on the right hand side, you're going to see all of the properties that you need to make customizations. All you have to do is type in your new text and hit enter, and it's going to basically update everywhere. Now let's say that you would like to delete a menu item that you don't need. Again, you can click on that menu item layer and then hit delete or backspace key on your keyboard. And then you can click on this menu box layer, and then you can adjust its position like this by clicking and dragging up or down. I'm going to undo that. And let's say that you want to add more menu items, and in that case you can simply select any of these menu item layers and then Control or Command D on your keyboard. And then on the right hand side, you can name this to maybe new section. And then I'm going to show you how you can link a specific section of the home page to your new menu item. So we created this new section earlier in the tutorial, right? So I'm going to click on the actual section layer here and not the content. And then on the right hand side, make sure that under scroll section, this has a name. So you can name this anything. I'm going to call this new section and then hit enter. And now I'm going to go back here. And again, on the primary variant, this new section item that we created, I'm going to click on link, home, and then I'm going to make sure that the new section is selected here, so that whenever any visitor clicks on this specific menu item, they are going to be redirected to the new section that we just created. And then of course you can go ahead and change what this entire box looks like by clicking on this menu box layer and then scrolling down on the right panel and then changing its background color and then other properties such as its border. Now let's talk about the logo. How can you replace your logo here? All you have to do is double click on the logo, and then from here you can either double click this entire text and then rewrite your own name, and then you can select specific letters or words of the name and then change them to a different shade. Or another option that you have is removing all of the content given here, so basically this text layer, and then adding in your own logo PNG or SVG file, which you can easily do so by heading over to your folder and then dragging and dropping the PNG or SVG logo file directly on the canvas. And then you have to make sure that this logo is inside of this purple box. So I'm going to Control exit from here to cut it, and then click on this box and Control V it right here. And then to adjust its sizing, make sure that this lock is turned on to lock its aspect ratio, and then you can basically apply a specific size to it. Then you can also go ahead and play with like the hover background color of this logo by going directly to this canvas, clicking on your logo just once, and there's a property given of hover BG color, so you can click on it and change your hover background color to whatever you want to change it to. Now that is basically it for the header. The very next thing that I'm going to explain is how you can customize your background grid that you see. Double click here again, and once you are on this canvas, on the left hand side under the layers panel, you are going to notice this layer, and then you have to click on it once, and then on the right hand side you have different options that you can play around with. So here I'm actually going to change it to like a bright orange. Once you come back, you will notice that this is going to change the background for your entire template on every single page. Now that that is out of the way, we can start customizing our hero section. Now for the hero section, you can click on this little pink circle once, and then on the right hand side you are going to see all of the properties that you need to make customizations to it. For the text here, this is pretty self-explanatory. All you have to do is double click and then rewrite whatever you want to write here. For the button as well, all you have to do is click once on the button, and then on the right hand side you're going to see all of the properties that you need to make your relevant customizations. Hover or place your cursor on a specific field name, and it is going to reveal the entire field name so that you know exactly what that field or property is meant for. One thing that I would like to mention is on hover, you will see this cool effect, a cool shadow that pops behind the button. So you can easily customize that as well using this shadow property given. For these circle images, you can click on these ones, and then on the right hand side you can go here and then upload your own images easily, as well as customize other properties such as the border. Now for this main container, you can simply click on it once, and then on the right hand side you're going to see this border property that you can customize. You can also change shadows that you see behind the border. So for the image, you need to make sure that the image you upload here is without a background. Now I'm going to show you a few free and paid options on how you can do so. So basically, you can either go to remove.pg, and this is an excellent free way for you to remove your image. All you have to do is upload, and then you can download this version. This isn't going to be the best in terms of quality, but it works. For the purpose of this tutorial, I am going to be using Canva Pro. Click on create, and then I'm going to click on custom size, and I'm going to give this a width and height of 1000 by 1000, so basically a square aspect ratio, and then click on create a new design. And once you do so, this is going to open up. Now I am simply going to go to uploads on the left hand side and upload the image that I want here, and I can click on it to place it on the canvas, and then I can click on BG remover, and then I am going to simply download it. Make sure that the transparent background option is checked. Other than Canva Pro, there are also other options such as Photoshop, or you can do research online. Go to Google, type in free background remover tools, and I'm sure a lot of them would pop up. There are also some Framer plugins that you can experiment with. So what you can do is click on this image, click on fill, and then upload your image with the background here first, and then you can click here and then click on browse all, browse plugins, and this is going to take you to a window that looks like this. You can search for something like remove, and then these plugins are going to pop up, and you can make use of them as well and experiment with how they work. What I'm going to do is simply upload the image that I downloaded from Canva. The image has been uploaded, and as you can see, it has been updated on all 3 breakpoints. If you upload your image and it looks a little bit wonky, of course you can go ahead and play around with the sizing. Now for the text marquee, this is pretty easy to do as well. You can double click here to rewrite the text. You can click on the background to customize the background properties using the right hand panel, and then you can click on the icon to basically customize the icon. Once you click here, make sure that the path layer is selected on the left hand side, and yeah, now moving on to the about me section, and then here you can simply upload your own image or whatever you want to upload here, again without the background. And for this component, you can click on it once, and here you are going to find all of the properties that you need to make your customizations. Now let's say that you only want to show maybe 2 icons here, Instagram and TikTok, and you don't want to show YouTube or LinkedIn. So a great solution here is, you might think that you can go inside and like get rid of some of these icons, but the thing is, it's going to like leave this like weird empty space on the orbit, and I don't think that's a good solution. So a better way to do this is you can swap out this YouTube icon with Instagram, and then this one with the TikTok icon, and then that way you have Instagram, TikTok alternating. Would only like to show one icon, you can have all of them as one icon. Then for the frame, you can select here, and then you can change its background color, its border, anything that you need changed here. For the inner borders that you see here, such as this black line, all you have to do is click on this entire container once, and then on the right hand side you are going to see this border property, and you can easily change the inner borders this way. Now moving on to the My Portfolio section, right here this section is connected to your CMS. So if you go to your CMS dashboard, on the left hand side under collections, you are going to see that I have created a collection called projects, and I have set up with a bunch of dummy projects, and you can go ahead, open each of them, and then replace all of this content with your own content. And let's say that you don't want some of these fields, or you want to change some of these fields or add any. All you have to do is on the left hand side click on fields, and then if you want new fields, you can click on this plus icon to add new fields. If you would like to delete a field, you can go ahead and right click and click on remove to get rid of that field. And then similarly, if you would like to add additional projects, simply click on this plus button. If you would like to take out projects, you can right click and then click on delete to get rid of any additional. Now once you make all of the updates here, it is going to automatically update here. So all of the content like the titles and the images that pop out on hover, all of them are going to be updated. However, if you would like to customize the styling of any of these, so for instance, like if you would like this capsule background to be like maybe pink instead of white, you can do so by using these fields given on the right panel. Again, make sure that you click on this first folder just once, and you're going to see all of these fields on the right hand side. Now let's say that you want to change the styling of the folder. For that, you would need to double click again on this folder, and on the left hand side you will see these two paths, so you can easily swap out the color this way. On the left hand side, you're going to find this layer called folder paper. If you click on it and click here, you're going to see these two frame layers, and you can click on each of them to change the colors. And then once you come back, you will see that all of these have been updated accordingly. For the services section, again, very straightforward. You just have to click on any of the cards just once, and you are going to find all of the customization options that you need on the right hand side. Now I would like to mention that you can add up to 5 different points here. So all you have to do to add an additional point is simply type in your text here, hit enter, and it's going to appear here. And if you would like to get rid of any extra point that you don't need, all you have to do is select the text within that point, hit backspace, hit enter, and it's going to basically disappear just like that. Now for the creative process section, again, this is pretty straightforward. Just click on it once, go to the right panel. Again, you can hover on any of these names to reveal like the full field name. I would like to mention here, use like vertical images for this section. Moving on to the testimonials section, this one, again, you simply have to go here, click once on any of these boxes, and then make your customizations using the right panel. Want more reviews, you can simply click on any like card that you wish to duplicate, so you can control D this, and yes, then you can replace the content using the right hand panel. If you want to hide the verified check mark, you can do so. If you want to show it, you can do so. Just upload your review video with audio, and people are going to be able to have the option of unmuting or muting your video. So this one is easy to customize too. Simply double click here, make sure that the path layer is selected, then you can make customizations. Click on folder paper, and then you can use both of these frames to make customizations to them. For the FAQ section, simply click on this widget just once, and then on the right hand side you will see all customization options. Now you can add up to 8 different questions, and in order to add questions, all you have to do is type in your question text here, as well as its answer text, and people will be able to see it. Now if you would like to get rid of any question that you don't need, simply hit backspace and hit enter, and it's going to be gone. Now comes the footer. Now for this one, simply double click and then double click here again. The right hand side, you can change its background color. Videos, so you would have to upload your video files here, and then these are images. And for these links, simply click on them once, and then you can customize them however you want to customize. This section specifically, I'm going to be showing you how you can connect your kit to your framer. Kit is amazing for delivering freebies, lead magnets, things like that. So in order to connect your kit to your framer, all you have to do is go to kit.com, and then I'm just going to log in. If you don't have an account, you can create one for free. And then once you are inside of your account, simply click here and then click on settings, and on the left hand side click on developer, and right here you are going to see your API key. So you can copy it and then you can paste it in this field, so you can control V it here. Now I would like to mention that this is going to simply connect your kit to your framer, which means whenever somebody comes here and they type in their email address and click on subscribe, their email is going to get stored inside of your kit account. However, if you would like to deliver like an actual freebie or lead magnet to anybody who subscribes to your email list, you would have to use an embed widget. Now that is very easy to do. I'm going to show you how you can do it in literally 2 minutes. So first of all, you will need to create like a separate form inside of your kit account. Now in order to do that, click on grow and then click on landing pages and forms. Click on create new, click on form. I'm just going to click inline here, and then I'm going to choose this very simple form. And then once I have this, I can go ahead and customize this to match my template. So maybe I'll just fully like round this out. I'm gonna click on this button and then fully round that out, change its color to black. And that is all the customization that I am going to do for now. Now once I have done that, I'm going to click on settings, and then I'm going to click on incentive, and this is where you add in your freebie or lead magnet that you want your subscriber to have upon subscribing. So you can either use a URL or you can add in a file here, and once you've done so, simply click on save. Now once you have done that, make sure that you click on save and publish, and then what you can do is click on embed, and then here click on HTML, click on copy, come back to your framer file, go to insert and hover over utility, and right here you're going to see this embed widget here. Simply drag and drop this like this. Just going to delete this for now. Click on this widget, change its width to fill, and then on the right hand side click HTML, control V the code that you just copied, hit enter, change the height to fit content, and that is basically it. Next, we can head on over to the individual projects page. Now this entire page has been connected to your CMS, so you wouldn't need to worry about any of the actual content here. So the copy, the images, the client logo, anything of that sort, all you have to do is go inside your CMS, pop open your project tabs, and then inside of here, once you update all of this content and then come back, all of this content is going to automatically be updated here. However, if you would like to change, for example, the styling of some of these things, you can easily do so by clicking here once, using these field properties, clicking here, using these properties on the right hand side as well. You can double click and rewrite them, and then keep in mind that whatever change that you make here is going to be reflected on all of the project pages. So all of your project pages are going to have consistent styling. Okay, so once you have made customizations to your website, the very next step is to publish it. But before you can do so, make sure that you click on this little gear icon at the top, and then on the left hand side click on general, and this is where you can give your new website a title, select your site language, add in description. This is useful for SEO purposes. And then you can also add in your favicon here. This is the size that is required, a social preview image, and whatever that you want to add here. And then on the left hand side you can go to domains and just follow the steps the framer prompts you to take. This is very straightforward, so there's not a lot of explaining to do here. And then you can click on plans, which is a framer plan as needed. And then what you can do is also make the title and description changes per page as well if needed. This isn't necessary, but again, if you want, you can give each page like a different title and description. Once you have done everything, you can hit this blue publish button located at the top right corner of your screen, and it's going to take just a few seconds, and just like that your website is live on the internet. And that brings me to the very end of this customization tutorial. I hope that this customization tutorial made your journey a lot easier. Best of luck with your new website. Thank you for using my template, and until next time, goodbye.